All right, everyone, welcome back to another replay cast here, where we are going to once again have Hex taking on Orcs of Newerth. This is game number 2 between the two teams. We are having a server migration today, so we are not able to log into the client at the moment, but we do have the replay downloaded, so we are able to watch it, luckily. And, well, the bands are already done. So we got Moira, Engineer, the Magnus, and Electrician going to be banned by both sides here. Going to do my usual replay cheat shenanigans. We're just going to fast forward a little bit here. We'll get through the picks a little bit quicker. We'll slow it down and we'll talk about what's going on. So, I believe, I'm trying to remember now because we took a break for food after game number 1. I believe we saw I believe we saw Orcs of Newerth actually win the first game, if I'm not mistaken. So they are coming off of a 1-0 victory, or a one-game victory. We're going to have the Chipper as the first pick here for Hex. We're going to yet again see another empath pick. So today the empath is very popular. This, I believe, is now the third game, if I'm not mistaken, where we've seen an empath pick come out. We're going to see the blacksmith come out in the second pick, which is a hero that we honestly don't see a whole lot of. So I'm pretty excited to see how we see the blacksmith played. We're going to see a Swiftblade as a response pick, very good against the first couple of picks from our Legion side. And then they're going to finish it off with Oogie, and the Hellborn team will take Lord South Forest to counter that Oogie. So we see a lot of solid counter picking coming out from the side of Hellborn, and a very magic damage centered lineup so far from the side of the Legion. But I'm still not too sure whether we're going to see a support blacksmith or a farming blacksmith. What type of blacksmith we will see this game, it is still undecided. But the bands, we have Bombardier and Bubbles, Tundra and Moraxis, and I believe there will be one more band for each side remaining. So each team will get to ban one more hero. They are looking like they need an initiator here on the Hellborn side. There's not a lot of lockdown, and well, not a whole lot of lockdown either over here. Just the blacksmith stun. So both sides looking for some crowd control, as we do have some carries already picked up. So thus we're seeing a lot of these initiator style heroes banned out. We see the Doctor and the Gauntlet, so some more initiator style picks to surround the remaining bans that we have already seen. We can slow it down a little bit now, as we're going to have two more picks for each side. We got 35 seconds on the clock here for our Legion side. We'll see what they do decide to go with. Um, but yeah, already looking to be quite different than we are normally used to seeing with the Blacksmith pickup on the side of Hex. And then the Empath, we keep seeing Empath today, so I keep going back to that Empath pick. Pairs very nicely with the Swiftblade, being able to keep players in the Blade Frenzy range for Swiftblade. Very nice. We have the Ophelia pick coming out, so they are going to go with a jungling Ophelia most likely, and it is going to be going up against the Lord Sulfuras, which he is pretty good at countering the healing. So the idea here is to keep the Oogie very strong in the team fights with the heals from Ophelia. Um, but they will be able to counteract some of that with that Lord Sulfuras having the Undying. So safe to say they're going to be looking to try to take some towers down early and gain a advantage going into the mid game with that Ophelia pick. We'll see if Hellborn responds with some more aggression, or if they decide to go with a very passive sit back and farm style and just draft some anti-push for the Ophelia creeps. They have two more picks to kind of decide what they want to do here. But they could also look to run a jungler themselves. They go with a Voodoo Jester. So the Acid Cocktail, very solid. Dealing with the Ophelia minions, it stuns neutral creeps or creeps in general for 5 seconds, whereas it stuns the heroes for 1 second stun, a 1.2 to the initial target. So the acid cocktail very good against the creeps from Ophelia. They're going to finish it off with a Midas. So very, very heavy magic damage line up here on the side of Legion. So Blade with the Blade Frenzy going to be very powerful this game against the supporting cast of Oogie. For sure. And it looks like we will possibly see a support Chipper, I want to say, and then maybe a secondary support Blacksmith with an Ophelia in the jungle, something or other. This might be a laning Blacksmith somewhere in like a position 3 type of role, actually, now that I think about it. But I think we'll see another core picked up here, as they have the Lord and the Switchblade already picked up, but they'd pick up 2 hard supports. So I think it's safe to say they would like either a mid or an offlaner here on the last pick, something that's good at dealing with both the Oogie and the Ophelia. So they go with a Zephyr, and Zephyr is pretty decent at dealing with the Ophelia, just very hard for her to fight into a Typhoon. It slows everything down quite substantially. The AoE from Zephyr, he just becomes a tanky mess. He runs into the Ophelia, not really caring too much if he's able to get to that point. So the Zephyr does make quite a bit of sense. They're just going to build a very tanky frontline wall with the Lord Sulfuras and the Zephyr, and just run head first into the Oogie and the Ophelia creeps. So that is going to be the 2 lineups. And the question now becomes, how will they choose to lane? We will have to wait and see what they do decide to go for. Um, so we have Blacksmith. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like Blacksmith is actually possibly playing the main support role here with the Oogie. And then they have the Chipper as an offlaner this game with Midas in mid lane and Ophelia in the jungle. We're going to have an aggressive mana plane of Switchblade Empath against the Oogie and the Blacksmith. Then we have a Lord Sulfuras against a Midas. Zephyr Voodoo Jester against Chipper, who has boots. Quite the lane setup here. That's a lot of pauses, but we get to skip over those because this is a replay cast. So go replay. By the way, guys, if anyone's tuning in, if you guys didn't get a chance to tune in to the replay cast from earlier tonight, I did mention how I just made a YouTube channel last night, so starting to post some of the scrimcasts that we have here on the Twitch over to the YouTube. I will eventually get caught up to today's date, but we are starting with like 2 months prior, so we're gonna work our way up to the current time, and we'll be posting the scrimcast. If you guys don't get a chance to watch a scrimcast and you want to watch one, don't worry, you don't have to go to the VOD. You can just go to the YouTube, go find the specific game that you missed, and you can watch it over there. And also, if you would be so kind to drop a subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. But enough of that, let's talk about the game. So, pretty straightforward stuff so far. We have the Chipper, he's just going to send some rockets, try to get some last hits. Try not to get killed by the Voodoo Jester and the Zephyr, where once they hit level 2, he's pretty vulnerable to a Curse Ground into a Gust, and he might die just from the damage there. Mid lane, we have Midas against Lord, which is 7-0 Midas against 5-0 Lord, so Midas is doing quite well so far. So has a little bit of a last hit advantage. Empath and Switchblade, though, they get the level 2s. Here comes the link. The wall is unfortunately going to miss, and that will not be a kill on the Oogie. So we have Blacksmith over here trying to find the Ward of Sight on the pole camp, but he's not going to be successful. And that camp will remain blocked. Blacksmith is now here. And He's feeling very confident, I suppose, that he won't go down to this combo, but I think once Switchblade gets to level 2 Blade Frenzy, it could be very easy for him to go down. Focus buffer level 2 on the Chipper, so he's going to try to hold his ground here in the top lane for some XP. Got a big creep wave coming in on the Oogie. They might go in with a Blade Frenzy. Here comes the Essence Link from Empath, and Oogie, he's going to go down here. The wall comes out, one more auto attack, it will be enough for the kill, and Switchblade will get the bloodlust. Meanwhile, in the top lane, talked about Chipper being very vulnerable, he ends up going down. Blacksmith's going to use that stun. Here comes Ophelia with the Skeleton King. She doesn't use the grip right away. Not sure if it's getting fogged or out of range, but here comes the spin from Switchblade, and he can actually grip through that. Here comes the Tarquake, and they will get the kill on the Switchblade. So Ophelia is level 4 already. She's doing pretty decent in the levels department. Don't know if I ever saw Whip play Ophelia. That's a first for me. Gonna be interested to see how he performs there on the Ophelia. Dude gets a kill. Dude, I mean Chipper gets a kill onto the Voodoo Jester. Is he gonna get a double tap? Oh man. Getting close to getting the kill onto Zephyr. I actually didn't see how that happened, but Chipper getting a kill 1v2, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive stuff. He's now level 4, 218 gold per minute. So he's getting quite a lot out of the top lane while they have an Ophelia in the jungle, so that's good news for them. Here comes a Link in the bot lane onto Oogie. Oogie is turning around with the Tarquake. He's getting Blade Frenzied on by Switchblade. He will get the one kill before he ends up going down on the Empath, but the kill on onto Switchblade on the Oogie very, very much in favor of our Hellborn side there. Midas lands a transmute there. He is 23-2 against a 22-2 Lord. So Lord has started to even up the creep kills up, and he even takes a slight advantage, but Midas will find himself a regeneration rune, which he will very much like. Bot lane, they get a kill onto Blacksmith. The Blade Frenzy with the wall is just so strong against the Oogie and the Blacksmith. There's not a whole lot they can do to deal with the spinning Switchblade. Ophelia hits the level 5, he just gets the mana ring purchase, so he's going to complete that now. He will take over another creep. Meanwhile, Switchblade, he's taking a lot of damage from Blacksmith. Will he end up going down here? Power supply gets used. Oogie, is he going to turn it around? The wall comes out from Switchblade. Switchblade is on the run. Tarquake is going to connect, and Oogie, will he make the juke? There is an Essence Link up on the Empath. He gets stunned from Blacksmith. And Empath, one more auto attack. He's going to use the power supply. There is mana for a Flaming Hammer. He will use it. And Ophelia is coming in now from the flank, and this is going to be a dead Empath. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange. Both carries do end up dying. Here comes the tornado from the Vulture Lord, and Empath will end up falling. So level 6 on the Zephyr. He has Typhoon ready to go. Can he kill the Zephyr though is the question. Might be waiting for Voodoo Jester. He's going to dive in. Here comes the Typhoon, the Acid Cocktail into the Cursed Ground. Newerth's Blessing comes out from Ophelia, and here comes the Gust, and it will be enough for a kill. So Chipper does end up going down. Pretty hard to escape the Typhoon if you're a hero without an escape ability. 6-minute rune will spawn bottom as a haste rune, which Midas will love to get his paws on. I say paws because he is a circus bear, and bears have paws. Hope you guys got the joke. Zephyr is up at the top of the GPM chart, sitting on 462 gold per minute. Second behind him is the Swiftblade here at 362 gold per minute. We're going to have a Link come out from Empath, stun from Blacksmith onto the Swiftblade, so no follow-up. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we have a Deny coming out from Chipper on the tower. Ophelia is now here with the Catman and the Minotaur. They are looking for an opening. Will they find it? It looks like they will not. Blacksmith was not able to get in range for a stun. They're going to gonna go for a tower kill. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Chipper kills the Zephyr. Alright, I have to watch that one again. Sorry guys. I mean this one. Let's watch this. So he gets the deny up here. Zephyr is sitting on 250 life. He's gonna heal up with the Cyclones. Dude's gonna come in and probably line up some rockets here. Right there. Triple rocket into chainsaw. He did the math like almost perfectly. He used all his mana. Really well played there from the Chipper. Meanwhile, in the ball lane, we have double TPs coming in for our Hellborn side. Switchblade is charging in, but he's gets stunned up by the Blacksmith. Will he end up going down? He Blade Frenzies. Here comes the power supply. The Undying is put onto Ophelia. Ophelia will go down. And Midas is here. He's trying to land a transmute. There is no stun. Tarquake is going to connect, and Switchblade will go down. They also get the kill onto Voodoo Jester, who poured it in. And he already used his acid cocktail. Oogie props to Primal Surge. He's looking to turn it around now. Will he be able to hold his ground? Ooga booga. He gets the kill onto Lord Self-Forest. Link from Empath onto Oogie. He gets stunned up. Here comes the Gust from Zephyr, and the Gust will take out Oogie. And now Midas and Chipper are here. Will they look to do some more? That damage coming out from Chipper is pretty gnarly as Zephyr gets taken up pretty low, but he has 10 charges on the power supply. And there is no transmute ready to go. Or no mana, I should say, for the transmute on Midas. He's thinking about going back in, though. Here come the rockets, and the stun comes out from Blacksmith. Typhoon is down. He's going to gust the Blacksmith back in. Blade Frenzy comes out from the Swiftblade. And here come the chainsaws from the Chipper, but Blacksmith will end up falling. Zephyr will make it to safety. Swift slashes on the Midas, and it's a double tap coming out for Swiftblade. So the Hellborn side took the brunt of the fight to begin with, but they finished it off with a nice double tap there on their Swiftblade, and they also get a kill on the Zephyr who poured it in, and boy is he not too happy as he exchanges some very rude words to our Legion side. So they take a 2,200 gold lead here on the side of Orcs of Newerth, and a large part of that is all three of their cores are sitting at 350 plus GPM. Zephyr leading the way at 440 gold per minute. So if we take a look at some items, we have not a whole lot really going just yet. We have the Ghost Marches on both the Zephyr and the Swiftblade. We have Empath actually gets caught here out of position. I'm actually not sure what she was doing there. Looks like she was getting a ward down, but she stuck around the area a little bit too long. I want to say Lord Self-Forest bought something, but hasn't sent it out to him yet. Looks like we're going to see either a Shaman's or a Helm of the Black Legion here on Zephyr. Chipper, he's almost got a Tablet of Command. He is farming very well, actually. 274 GPM. Here comes the Blade Frenzy from Swiftblade, but the Ophelia with the Skeleton Kings is going to use the double grip. Here comes the Minotaur stun, and the micros are excellent coming out from Ophelia. They lock down the Swiftblade completely, and they're going to look to turn this into a tier 1 tower push now. There's actually the tablet already on Chipper, so he gets a pre-10 minute tablet on the off lane. He's sitting on a 222 stat line, but 280 gold per minute is pretty solid. Midas, he's got 1,600 gold in the bank. Looks like he's trying to save up for a portal key. We're going to have the tower attempted to be denied here, but there is a lot of people here. I don't think that's going to happen. And Ophelia will last hit the tower. He picks up the Plated Greaves to follow up the mana ring. Gonna have some armor for himself. Ophelia, he's trying to make his way into the mid lane. Looks like they want to try to push a second tower now. Oogie, though, he's looking like he wants to just take out some stacks in the jungle. He's got his sorcery boots as well as build up for his gnomes. Here comes the tower push, but it's just Ophelia and Midas here, so the Hellborn side is looking to defend this. They're going to port somebody in. Swiftblade is thinking about going on the Midas. Here comes the Essence Link stun. Voodoo is going to get in range for an Acid Cocktail stun. And Midas, he's going to get caught with his warp down. He's going to get gusted up the cliff. Well, they have the damage. Here come the Swift Slashes from Swiftblade. And there is a Blade Frenzy ready to go. Typhoon is down, but he's going to get tableted, and he being the blacksmith, it's not going to be enough to get him to safety. Undying on Ophelia. Ophelia is going to end up going down. He locks down Zephyr with a Minotaur, but here comes the Spirit Ward from Voodoo Jester. Acid Sling coming out from Empath inside Zephyr. The stun will get broken. Chipper will get stunned up, and the dive is coming out from Zephyr, but a nice tablet coming out from Chipper. He will save himself. And they lose actually nobody, and they get 3 kills on the side of Hex. So they're going to look to take out the tier 1 tower here in the mid lane now. Zephyr now sitting at 520 gold per minute. He completes the Shaman's Headdress, and he's going to upgrade into a full Barrier Idol. Possibly just the Barrier Idol recipe. He may still need the Major Totem. Mid lane, we're going to have the hasted Lord Self-Forest deny the tower. So, what item build does Switchblade go for this game? Does he go for something like a Cleaver? Actually, I'm going to get the answer to my question as he picks up a Sustainer. Looks like he will be going the Cleaver. We're going to have a Curse Ground coming out here onto Blacksmith. Blacksmith is going to go down. He gets his spells off, though. Will they get the return kill onto Lord Self-Forest is the question. Chainsaws are down, and they have not gotten a return kill just yet. Oogie is trying to get a kill here on the Empath. Or... no, he's actually mid lane. Ophelia, she's going to get ran down here by Zephyr. Midas will go down to Lord Self-Forest and Empath. And Ophelia is going to get focus buffered here by Chipper. They're trying to do the jukes. And Zephyr is going to get kited here. So Empath, she actually died to neutrals. What a chaotic fight going on. Portal Key was picked up on Midas, by the way. Gnome's Wisdom on the Lord Self-Forest. Zephyr looks like he's going to be going for Staff. He picks up a Glowstone. Top lane, we're going to have a stun come out from Empath onto Midas. Looks like they went for a kill onto Switchblade. Failed right on the Voodoo Jester here. Empath is going to go down. Bottom lane, they're trying to get a kill onto Zephyr here. Gust has already been used. Look, he's going to miss the Tarquake. Will Zephyr be able to survive this is the question. There is another Tarquake available. He will land it, and the rockets are going to take him out. Ophelia, she picks up a Minotaur here. Does she only have the one creep though? She's got another Minotaur over here. So Switchblade has his Rune Cleaver already. 15 minutes in. This was a long lane Switchblade. Sitting on 6 kills and 4 deaths. They have quite good farm. 400 GPM on 3+ heroes. Lord Self-Forest is going to run right into Blacksmith. Transmute is going to come up, but that's just going to tickle Lord. Now the question is, will the supports get in range? Here comes a hasted empath with the wall and the link. Ophelia's touch comes out. Will Midas be able to make the escape? He's going to get hit with a more Certissima, and who will go down? It's a serial killer streak for Lord Salforus. Where does Switchblade go from here? Does he pick up Lifesteal or does he go straight into a Firebrand? They do have the triple Ancients lined up for him if he decides to go for Lifesteal. Looks like Lord Salforus is actually going to go ahead and do them. Chipper picks up a glowstone, so he's headed toward a Staff of the Master. Tries to line up some rockets. So there's the icon on Oogie. Fairy Rattle is going to save Voodoo Jester for now. There's no mana for the Tarquake. Lord Salforus is leading the front lines. He's going to eat a transmute. Here comes the rockets, and Lord Salforus will get melted to the ground. He thought he was a bit more tanky as he gets the Undying up onto Oogie, but that's going to wear off pretty soon. He's going to get the kill onto Voodoo, and he's going to heal some mana up. Primal Surge is not available, but he will get a kill here onto the Empath. It's a double tap for Oogie. Will he make it a hat trick is the question. Switchblade is going to spin and TP out. And Midas, he's going to set up a transmute here onto the Zephyr. Golden Salvo and one more auto attack. The rocket will take him out. So Hex gets a near genocide as they get 4 kills. Was that 4 for nothing? Looks like they did lose the Blacksmith. They lost the Blacksmith for 4 kills. Really nice team fight. The Lord picks up a tablet. A lot of gold pulled up on the Switchblade, so he hasn't decided what he wants to buy yet. Not sure what Chipper bought. Looks like he bought something and sold it. So, we got 1,700 gold saved up on the Oogie. Looks like they want to group up and push the top tower with the Ophelia. Switchblade, he could get caught here. Here comes the stun from Blacksmith into the transmute, and that's going to be a quick kill on the Switchblade. Beautifully coordinated there, coming out from Hex. They don't allow him to get that Blade Frenzy off. So, Orcs of Newerth will try to counter push both the bottom and the mid lane, while they have the Ophelia grouped up here in the top lane. They pick up another Gnomes. That's a big yikes, as Ophelia picks one up after the Oogie. Bottom lane, Zephyr is in some trouble, and he is in some dead trouble. But here comes the Undying. He got the Typhoon off of Blacksmith. Is he going to end up going down here? Transmute is going to land onto Lord. Blacksmith will sacrifice himself. Lord is healing from that Gnomes and the bottle, and he will be just fine. Midas is trying to line up a transmute here. He's going to get stunned up by the Acid Cocktail. It's going to bounce between the creeps, and Midas is going to go down. It's disastrous. And Lord Salforus now, he's going to get spell sundered. by Chipper. Here comes the chainsaws. Rockets are going to miss. Will he be able to cancel the TP? Oh, the tablet is going to cancel the TP. Nice tablet from Chipper. They're going to get the kill onto Lord Sulfuras. So Switchblade, he pulled a shit ton of gold and he bought a broadsword. That's very weird. So we have the Ophelia, Oogie, and Shipper grouped up down here in the bot lane, but they are trying to push a tower S3, and I don't know if that's the play that they want to be making. And the Ophelia creeps could very well end up falling here. Empath will ult the inside, is it Voodoo Jester? Here comes the Typhoon onto Ophelia, and Ophelia's just gonna melt. The Blade Frenzy also helping there. They're gonna clean up the creeps. Stun will come out from Blacksmith. A nice multicast doing some good damage. Swift Slashes. Oh boy, they're gonna get cancelled there by the tablet onto Oogie. But Oogie, he's gonna be forced to man up here with the Undying. He will go down. Empath is also going to go down as he gets sniped out by the rocket. And Blacksmith ends up falling as well. So all three of them die, and you gotta question why they were down there in the first place. So they're gonna try to go for a Kongor now. But no lifesteal on the Switchblade, so it's gonna be difficult with just the Shroud. Voodoo Jester going to make Kongor stomp. And Zephyr almost dies to rockets. Oh, Duder, he's going for it! He's going for it! Not gonna get it though, Zephyr a bit too tanky. Zephyr should be close to his staff, I feel like. Meanwhile, in the top lane we have Midas split pushing with spell shards. Some more Ancients being attempted here by Hellborn. Lord finds himself another Haste Rune. We have Ophelia picking up a Neophyte's book. Looks like he maybe wants to go for Tablet or Staff of the Master, perhaps? Probably not Arcane Bomb or Codex or Lightbrand. But who knows? And there is the staff completed on Zephyr. He has really slowed down. He was once upon a time sitting on very high GPM, but only at the 430 mark right now. Not too shabby, but not the best either. Switchblade is still the top farmer, but not too far behind is Oogie at 473. Picks up the plated greaves, sitting on 1300 gold. Three players from Legion sitting on 14% hero damage, so a lot of damage coming out from the Legion side. Kongor is going to be attempted here. We'll see if Hex decides to try to fight this. It is sitting at half life. They have rockets possibly scouting the Kongor. Dying comes out onto Oogie here. Hasted Lord. They're trying to go for the Oogie. Meanwhile, we have a fight over here. Chainsaw is doing so much damage. Ophelia will go down. Zephyr gets credit for that kill. Meanwhile, Oogie, the Undying, is starting to wear off now. And he will be healing once again. He's manning up on the Swift Blade. Do they have the vision? He's going to get dusted. Here comes the Swift Slashes onto Midas. Midas will go down. Will Oogie be able to get the return kill? Oogie will try to land the Tarkwakes. Yes, he will. Meanwhile, this is going on. They get a kill onto Zephyr. Shipper gets credit for that kill. And the Empath and the Lord Sulfuras will fall back. So they might look to try to steal the Kongor now. With Oogie sitting on full health. Chipper and Blacksmith nearby to give some assistance. So this is now a level 14 Blacksmith. He has the maxed out Frenzy, and he will start to hopefully be putting that on the Oogie to give him increased cast speed and movement speed, just make him a raid boss. We have a Dreamcatcher picked up on the Lord Sulfuras. Excellent pickup against the Ooga Booga, who finishes off his Frostfield plate, excuse me. Ophelia did buy a Tablet of Command. She's trying to do battle with the Zephyr this game. The Zephyr has been mostly prevailing. Spell Center on Voodoo Jester, by the way. That's not your everyday pickup. This Kongor is being attempted here from the Legion side. Frenzy. Void Talisman picked up on the Chipper. Pretty interesting. That's gotta be solely due to the Swift Blade. Interesting choice. So we're gonna have our Hellborn side trying to take out the tier 2 bottom tower. We have all 5 players from Legion here. They have a token of life on the Oogie, which I failed to point out as they stole the Hellborn's Kongor. So we're gonna have Hellborn have to make a decision here. There's the Shrunken on Lord Sulfuras. They are going to need to fight. Staff of the Master was picked up on the bird, and he is going to staff Empath, I'm guessing, who is going to now give Swiftblade staff. Okay, so they have a staffed Swiftblade. He can... Man, I forget what this thing does. Is it like a Blink Strike or something? Blink Strike if he counterattacks or something or other. Voodoo Jester's gonna die right off the bat. Typhoon is down. Shrunken Head Lord in the front line. Zephyr is charging in. And Midas and Chipper are taking the brunt of this fight. Oogie is gonna try to get the kill onto Zephyr. He will get the 1 kill. So 2 players are down for Hellborn. Lord Sulfuras gets a double tap though. He is trying to find the Swiftblade, but I don't know if he has vision of him. And Oogie is still strong. He does not have a Primal Surge, but still has token for 1 minute. And this tower is going to fall. Swiftblade still has his slashes ready to go. But he doesn't want to Swift Slash the Oogie with the token. Lord Sulfuras is tanking a lot of damage here. He's going to tablet up the cliff. Swiftblade is going in YOLO, baby. He's going to get stunned up by the Blacksmith. A lot of damage coming out. He's going to be forced to use the Blade Frenzy. Will he end up going down? He's going to go for the 1 kill onto the Blacksmith. He's going to be forced to retreat. And he will not get his Swift Slashes left. He will die. He does not have a buyback. And that could do it, as there's going to be a hatchet coming out for Oogie. The GGs are called, and the concede vote comes out. Hex will take game number 2 here over Orcs of Newerth in the second match. So that will do it for the series now between Hex and Orcs of Newerth, as we casted the first game prior to us shutting down the stream for dinner. But that was the fourth scrim I believe we covered today. I don't know if there's any more that I missed, but I can't log in to check. I can't log in to check and download any of the replays, so we'll have to do it another time if I missed anything.